Hello, welcome to a gaming. Well, I've messed that up, haven't I? Let's rewind. Welcome to a gaming conversation with friends. No topic off limits. That's the new name. No topic off limits at the end. I know it's a bit longer, but it kind of is what we do here. That's how we roll. It's not like sometimes we talk about gaming. Well, we always talk about a bit of gaming, but we get on to all sorts of stuff on this show, as our community know. But we're live on YouTube at the moment, and Darren is in live. Welcome. I'm going to get Darren on soon. You're a good bloke. Well done on getting your job, mate. You're doing well. And welcome, Michael. How you doing, mate? I have to come and see some. I have to sort something out to see you this summer. We will have to sort something out. But yes, we're live on Rumble if it's working, and I will just have a quick look. Let's have a look. Rumble should be working. Let's have a look. And it is working. There's 2,000 people in chat now. I'm joking. It's one. But yeah. Got Meisuko back on. How you doing, my friend?
Oh, doing pretty good. So I am enjoying pretty nice weather today. Like was plus 26 degrees. So was outside and could hang out in the balcony and draw some and enjoy the sunshine. And it's not a bad day.
That's good to hear.
Cannot complain.
Does it melt the snow?
Yeah. No more snow. No more snow.
Oh, okay, fair enough. That's good to hear. You got a bit of warm weather.
Yeah.
I bet it makes you uneasy, doesn't it? Oh, I don't like this warm weather.
Yeah, no. Anything over 24 degrees is considered like high temperature, and they give like the warnings for elderly.
Oh, right, fair enough. I mean, to be fair, when it gets to like that, I don't like it. But
yeah.
I can't moan because the wasps are starting to come out. So 5 wasp nests today I did.
Ah, yeah, that's a lot. So good business for you.
It's not bad. I mean, the limit, we've done 10 to 15 before, but we'll see. But the summer's season's starting now. The weather's got better. But yeah, it's good to have you back on. Right, if you don't know, everybody, Removable Sanity is on holiday this week. Even though I tagged him in the previous post by mistake. I didn't tag him in today's one. I actually knew. I remembered then. But yeah. So welcome back, VJ.
Hello.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Nice to have Meisuko back, and obviously Removable's off somewhere refurbishing his mansion. So it can't be with us today.
Definitely. That's definitely true, that is. And Guardian Grimlaw, Mike, Gears of War is not off limits. Just bring out Gears of War E-Day quicker. But yes, so I've also partnered with GamerHub, gamerhub.co.uk. Go there for all your news, reviews on games, and check it out. The links in the description should be on all platforms. If it's not, I will correct it. But yes, now I haven't really played many games. I've been playing a little bit. I haven't played that much. I only got onto it yesterday, Saturday night, and a bit yesterday. Been playing on the Nintendo Switch. Been playing Pokemon Shield, and to be fair, I like it. I do. It's It's quite different to the like. I used to have a Nintendo 3DS. I didn't really get into it, but I tell you what, I'm playing it handheld, not through the TV. He didn't give me the attachments on how to do it through a TV, my brother. But it's good. It is so far, and I'll keep people updated as I play more games. Oh well. What have you been?
You know,
Yep.
yeah. I was just about to say, like you mentioned, like 3DS. I was just cleaning some stuff around a few days ago, and I came up like a old Amazon like receipt, and it had like I ordered 3DS and it cost me like 170 pounds, and I was thinking like, whoa, those were the good days for like handheld prices.
Oh, they were. They were. Now it's since the pandemic, everything's skyrocketed, don't they? It has. It seems that they just like to rip people off now, and make money, which is it's what it's all about, though. But
Yeah. It's like they were pretty affordable back then. I think like I had the Vita at the same time, so I don't think it was that much more expensive than the 3DS.
oh, okay, fair enough. That is. No, I didn't
So
hear.
how?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just curious about this Pokemon because myself, I have quite limited knowledge about it. So how is it like? Is it more simple, or how do you feel like is it like engaging enough for you as an adult gamer?
Yeah, I mean, compared to I've only not played much, but I'm playing it on the handheld. But I'll be honest, even though it is they say Pokemon's a kids game, but over there they all play it. So my brother's got all of them, and so I made a profile on it as well. I had to do an update, and yeah, I think it is quite engaging. I'm still very early on in the game, but I really think I could probably get into the Nintendo system. But to be fair, I don't normally like handheld gaming, to be honest, because I just never really. A lot of it was probably on the 3DS, the graphics probably, maybe. Even though it doesn't bother me on the console, but I'm holding it. And okay, you can say the Nintendo's graphics isn't like jaw dropping, but actually the graphics on like Pokemon and Zelda, it's Breath of the Wild. I've only booted it up. I haven't actually played it properly. The graphics is very good for what it is, because they know how to hone down on their first party developers know how to hone down on their hardware. They really know how to get the most out of it. They do. But I know there was probably a new Nintendo coming out. See, that's where I'm not sure, because it's like sometime this year, like, do I get a Nintendo Switch, or do I hold out and see if they bring one out next year? See what I mean? It's a bit of a hard one. Because they have actually Nintendo has been mentioning now that they have new hardware to come. Now it's like, if I really do like it, like I normally get something new for my birthday or Christmas. And I was thinking, but I thought, be annoyed if it came out the next year, and I just thought I didn't wait for it. If you know what I mean?
Yeah. Does Switch, remember? Was it so that Nintendo was saying that they are going to at least announce it within their financial year?
I think so. I think that I haven't really been following Nintendo in regards to the new system, but I think that for them, for their financial targets are for this year, I think they probably already forecasted, look, we can hit it with or without the launch. So I just don't seem under any pressure, and just maximize whatever it is that they're planning for this year. They got a pretty good lineup. I think was it last week we were discussing their lineup of their
Yeah. The show
show.
that. Yeah, I think I wasn't then talking with you guys when you were
But that's
talking about the Nintendo show, but that was
oh
really
yeah,
good.
a few weeks ago. That show done really well on Rumble. It got quite high views. Like people really liked it. But that show though is what made me want to have a go on the Nintendo Switch. Like my brother was like, and you can't borrow it, and I was like, he like texted me at the weekend like a WhatsApp saying, voice note saying, yeah, you can borrow the Switch if you want. I was like, all right then. You can give me certain games, but that show is what made me wanna have a go. To be honest, it is.
Yeah.
They have got a lot to offer for this year. To be fair, there's a lot of content coming out, VJ and Seiko.
There's a lot of content geared towards the Switch. We'll still shift a lot of hardware this Christmas, and I think based on the units that they shift this Christmas, meisuko, and they'll think, do we hold on to it? Do we release it in the following financial year, next summer, or do we, based on if they don't sell as many hardware units, okay, then we'll announce it for March. So I think we're pretty close to it, right? We're closer to it than we are further away. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm so tempted to ask for it this year for a birthday or Christmas. I am. It's just it's a hard one, isn't it? Because you know that they are going to do it. But you're right, VJ. If they have great sales this Christmas, etc., will they release it next year? I think, well, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Yeah,
They've only got Sorry, Mr. I was going to say
no, go. Yeah.
I don't think they're really going up against Xbox, right?
No, they're not. No.
Sony may or may not relaunch their new system. So in terms of hardware sales, in terms of the console space, it's only Nintendo and Sony that are going to really dominate hardware dollars. And of course, Xbox will always be popular in the US, right? Even their poorest performing system is pretty close to what PlayStation sells in the US. It's just that everywhere else in the world, it's just Nintendo and Sony primarily. So yeah, I really do think it's about how much hardware they sell, because even the new hardware, some people I speak to, the quality of life features, 10, 20, 30, 40% improvement is not a huge deal to them, because the most important thing about Nintendo is it's always about how simple or rich or how can I put it? How their content pretty much captures and any sort of age bracket of audience, right? It's just their content is just so arresting, right? And so in a positive way. So I think they're in a good place right now. And as I say, they haven't. I don't think I don't really know too much about the Steam Deck and the Rogue Ally, is it, or whatever it's called. But I think they don't really have much competition in that particular space, and I think their customers their fan base is pretty loyal, right? And you can tell that by the sheer number of units they sold of last year's releases. And as I say, this year's schedule, is really, really, really promising, especially with the Dragon Quest 2D 3D remake.
Yeah. I think like Switch really has created a really good system and way of thinking, like combining the mobile side and also the home gaming so they are doing really well. And well I have been enjoying myself Steam Deck, so that has been a pretty incredible piece of tech. And I have been enjoying many games that way, like some older games. They work really well with that one.
Meisuko, do you find like during the summer you prefer to sit down and play on your console, or do you prefer to play on a handheld device?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's in summertime I mostly like to game in the night when it's cooler down and more quiet. So, but handheld is the best when, like, let's say I'm in a not so optimal situation. Like, I have to do a lot of errands and have to be on the move, taking kids somewhere, and so on. So might take a handheld with me in those cases. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say when you're running around doing errands like rescuing cats out of trees, making sure trains don't derail because some of the platform is ruined, or helping aeroplanes land because they get blown out. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Superman 1.
exactly. Yeah, but yeah, it's like I was just thinking like this Steam Deck, how amazingly technology has advanced, because I was talking with you guys some time ago, this Valkyria Chronicles game, the Sega strategy game. So that was released on the PS3. I think it was 2007 or around that time. So like one of my friend had the really fat first generation of PlayStation, and he was playing and showing that game to me back then. And that console was so huge and so much power hungry
It was
back then.
massive. It was.
Yeah. And now when I have the Steam Deck, I am playing that game like in higher fidelity and a higher frame rate. And because Steam Deck has this, you can check the hardware stats. So it's showing it's taking like 5 watts of energy while I'm playing this game. That the technological progress has been so huge from back then to present day, that we can have in our hands this power with 5 watts.
It's crazy, that
That
is. So you like your Steam Deck then, do you?
Yeah.
You still like it? That's good. That's good then.
Yeah. It has a lot of good, because can play on the desktop PC and then can continue on the Steam Deck. So it works similar way like Nintendo Switch works for their platform. And I think, I think this is quite a good thing to have in this world, that we are all busy and we all try to maximize our time, how we spend it.
Exactly. You are right there. But yeah, welcome to UK Dazarus. Welcome. The new PC he has. Well, he's always been part of the PC Master Race, but now he's got a beast PC. He's got a very good PC to play on. So welcome to the PCMR. Even though you were in it already, you were. But
that's is having the really nice looking PC.
It looks nice. It does.
Has all the cool lights and so on.
It does. I think he's actually getting a different card and putting it in at some point. I think he's on about 4090. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I've seen something like that. I did. But yeah, it's I like it in Nintendo. I could see myself playing it a lot more. I could.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna I borrowed my brother's PS4 and like not give it back, like kind of thing. But he's got a PS5 now.
Mm.
But like when he said you can borrow it, he's like, this isn't like the PS4. He says I'll take this when I go away for the weekend and so on. I take it to travel with and play. So I can borrow it.
Do you think that the Nintendo Switch will have any exclusive content from Nintendo? I'm just wondering, that isn't designed for its previous console. That's purely next gen, or do you think something like Metroid 4 is something that will make you pick up the game, pick up a new machine, Meisuko?
I think like because there is still some Japanese publishers that are not totally up to to PC. Like it has been pretty amazing how many Japanese publishers and developers have started to bring games to PC. That I am really happy and really surprised because like 10 years ago it was like crickets. It was really quiet in this area, and now there is like most are bringing their games, but there are still some makers that don't bring their games to PC, like Vanillaware, and then Type Moon doesn't bring their games to PC. So I have been playing those like on the Switch, and so I think that there is still going to be a use for me with a new Switch, and so yeah.
You don't feel a rush to go out and buy it to get a boost to your current library. It has to have something new coming.
Yeah, I think well, I like because I think that the low hanging fruit is that they will have the DLS technology, so they will have a very good upscaling. So if Nintendo plays the cards right, they will probably utilize it on their first party games, pretty much all of them, so bring higher resolution for the older titles. And I think that just that side would be enough for me to, because then I would be able to enjoy them more fully, on the home side, like putting it on the TV or monitor.
Yeah.
So but like, well, I think we all know that Nintendo will not be banking it on this kind of features. They are going to bring some big games. I am pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the big third-party games on last gen on PS4 and Xbox that might make an appearance in and around the launch window on the Nintendo, on the Switch 2 or the Super Switch or whatever, and perhaps like, I don't know, Final Fantasy 16, or maybe I don't know, Red Dead Redemption or Grand Theft Auto or NBA or Elden Ring, or I can't think of too many now, but yeah, those sorts of games that haven't arrived on the Switch, but people would love to play on the go. Even if to buy it again, play it on the go. I think that Nintendo, depending on how many units they're going to ship, the big third parties could really help to establish that system pretty quickly. If they've got the units to convince the third party publishers to invest, to make those conversions, right? Maybe even because The Witcher came out quite early on the Switch, right? So maybe even Cyberpunk, a version of that on the Switch too. Wouldn't run, which would like kind of be exclusive content for the Switch too, because it's obviously not going to work on the original system. So it helps. It kind of, rather than just for Mario, people have got a bigger reason, or perhaps a wider reason in terms of content, a library of content to upgrade, to have access to many more games, rather just for the next Mario or the next Metroid.
Yeah, that's true. By the way, did you guys notice that on the previous show from Nintendo, they had one interesting game, at least for me, was this 100-line Last Defense Academy. Did you guys notice that one? It's from the makers of Danganronpa and Zero Escape Room. From those guys, So it's like so it's probably going to be again like a survival game and mixed up with social links and so on. So that was one of those big games that PS
Is that the one
Vita had.
where the protagonist has got to go out in the wild and all he has is burnt toast to survive?
No. I mean like more like
That's all I can smell at the minute. It's burnt toast.
No, it's just a joke. It's just a joke, Meisuko. It's just a joke.
Yeah,
All he's got is burnt
Oh,
toast.
it's annoying. I tell you. Yeah, it does. I can smell it at the minute. I got like a sinus infection, and I think I could smell like mildly burnt toast all the time. It's bloody annoying. I've just had some more Sudafed. Wow.
Meisuko was mentioning a game. I don't know if you caught it, Mr. Stubz.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can pull the trailer up for it. I don't know.
What was it called again?
Yeah, it's 100-line Last Defense Academy.
Well, I'll have a look. Give it a minute.
Yep. So, well, yeah, I'm curious about it because of the pedigree of the makers of that game. So, it's not going to be a big budget game, but you know, like those they have good writers, good character design, and very nice music. So it's like it's the kind of Japanese games that I really like. That has a lot of character to it. That it's if you think about it from you know, this kind of AAA perspective, it's not going to hold up because they are never going to have the budget, but they you know, they bring something to the table that big AAA games don't bring. That is, you know, like taking more risk and making stories that are maybe not the kinds of everybody is going to like. So yeah, have you played any of the Danganronpa games, VJ?
No, because I thought you were just making a joke. I didn't even know a game like with that name actually existed. So I'm waiting for Stubz to pop. I'm waiting for Stubz to put up the trailer.
I'm still trying to find it. Well, I have to type it in.
What's
it called? 100. Yeah.
Yeah. The name is 100
Oh,
line.
a small, what, like a name? 100.
Yeah.
Meisuko,
100 line.
Can you type it into the chat?
100.
Yeah.
That might be easier actually.
Yeah, I will put it.
Where's the OBS?
Yeah, I put
if I see
it
the
to
trailer,
the.
Meisuko, I'll have a much better idea.
Yeah. And now I put it to the YouTube chat.
Okay, I'm just waiting for it to come through on OBS. Okay, done. Copy. No, yeah, 1 month ago. Alright, just gonna grab it. You can keep talking if you want, because there'll be loads of dead air. There will be.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the kind of games that I really am looking forward to playing in the next Switch as well, because like like, you know, Japan has these really unique games, and the creators are like because of their culture and also the environment that they live, that you know, they are different kind of experiences that they are able to make. I'm not like VJ, what kind of games do you normally play on the Switch?
I think the last big game, Meisuko, I played was Tears of the Kingdom, and like I played it for a few hundred hours, and the last 50 hours, my Pro controller started to drift, started to have stick drift. So since then, I haven't gone back to the Switch because I really don't like playing with the Joy-Cons. I've always played it, unless I'm upstairs or outside, then I'll put a different game on. But primarily, I played the Zelda was the last game I played, and I played that with the Pro controller plugged in onto the TV.
Yeah.
It's just it's really difficult to play that game with the Joy-Cons because when I went to play Tears of the Kingdom, even though I'd played the previous game, I found it took me quite a while to readjust to the control system, especially in combat. There's just so much stuff you can do. In terms of the Switch, I hope the control system, the Joy-Con themselves are really good, but I'll probably end up getting another Pro controller or Pro controller 2, perhaps. So that's what I was waiting for. So I thought the Switch 2 might be out this year, but obviously it's delayed. So yeah, that's why I didn't buy another controller. So hence I haven't been playing any of the new games that Nintendo launched. But then I thought, well, the new system's coming, so hopefully some of the games perhaps all of the games that we're looking at the moment, old and new, because I'll be able to play them on the new system and perhaps enjoy them, being slightly more enhanced. Because I don't play the Switch Meisuko for 60 frames or 4K. I play it because of just the grand design, encompassing, they're simple but sort of captivating visuals, because they really have a way of designing, Nintendo do, and it kind of you can see it across all of their right. So
yeah.
and
There
their games don't really need 60
Mm.
frames per second and 4K and all. It's not like you're playing The
No.
Last of Us or Gears Tactics.
No. Actually, on that thing, I played during my summer holiday this Abzu game. Have you played that one?
Which one? Cup of Soup?
Abzu. So ABZU.
Oh, Abzu. Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
heard of that game.
Yeah. So that game has like incredible art design. It's like like pretty easy to say that it would have one of the best art designs that I have seen ever. So when I was playing that game, I was like, no matter any kind of technical innovation or technical prowess of a system is going to trump this kind of guys who has this kind of vision. Like it's like if people really have a clear vision what they want to show, it's technology is going to be secondary in that case.
Did that? I don't recall, but I think I saw it. It reminded me a little bit of I think a game was on PlayStation or PlayStation 4, Journey. Is that?
Yeah, it's the same guys.
Yeah, it kind of had that similar kind of appearance to it.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that game. I don't know if it's similar in that sense, the game, and just like
Johnny is now the only game from that studio that haven't played, so I still have to rectify that problem.
Yeah. So Abzu, I think I don't want to confuse it with another game I'm thinking, not Echo the Dolphin, but yeah, kind of like that was like underwater, where Journey was overground sort of thing, over landscapes. This is like kind of beneath the ocean. Is that the one?
Yeah. This is in the ocean, and there is like ancient civilization and so on. Like ancient technology and so on.
Yeah.
Because
I really enjoyed Journey. I
Yeah.
thought it was really, really good, and so yeah, I'm not surprised that it's made by the same people.
Yeah. it's really good, really good. So yeah, like this trailer that Stubz is showing, like probably many people wouldn't be that excited about just seeing this trailer, but because who are making it, this game, I am very much like looking forward to
That's
playing
like the
this one.
Persona look. Am I
Yeah, I
wrong?
was going to.
Yeah.
No, you're spot on,
Mm.
because even me, Meisuko, I was thinking, Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, that kind of, look and feel to it.
Yeah.
Is
And
that would
you know, I was digging into this game. So actually, they have partnered with a studio that is have been doing this Valkyria Chronicle games. So it's going to have the you know, the murder
is that
mystery like side of game, and also the strategy, you know, people who really know how to make strategy games. So I'm pretty hopeful that it's going to be all around good, not just in
is
the
Masuka, is the studio they partnered with called Stir Fried Lotus Root,
no.
one based in Finland?
No.
It's Masuku's new studio. He's heading up.
Yeah. No, but yeah, they have good people working on this. Not a high budget game, but good people working on it. So I'm thinking like this is going to be one game that I am most likely going to enjoy.
Yeah, no, it looks good, Masuka. Is it just on the Switch or?
Yeah, I think it might be coming Steam also. So
it's going to be at the.
not yeah.
It's going to be at the TGS as well, I think.
Yeah, most likely. So we will see some further information from them. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward from Switch side, and yeah.
But you can see what I mean by the Switch still capable of doing some really nice visuals, even with this game, right?
Yeah. And yeah, it's also like these developers, they put a lot of effort in the characters, that they are like distinct from one from another. So that also is the kind of like a Nintendo, way of thinking, that there's strong characters and they have personality. So I think it's going to be like
A bit like
fitting.
Stubbs' Friday Night Pizzas.
Yeah. But yeah, how about you, Stubbs? What are you looking forward from the new Switch?
Well, that Metroid looks good, and I tell you what, there's no way that's running on the Nintendo Switch. No way on earth. Is that no way on earth? Is that running on the current gen Nintendo Switch? There's just no way. It's too good. That's the next Switch game. That's probably a launch title for it. Day and date. The launch title. There's no way it's running on a standard Switch. It just looks too good. I know they're good with hardware. I just don't believe that it's for that hardware. I don't.
Yeah, it seems pretty good technology wise.
Sorry, welcome to Luke Steele. Thanks for popping in, mate. It's definitely running on the current Switch. Oh, right. I'm very much wrong then. I've been corrected. I thought it was next gen. I did. Okay. I got it wrong. I don't know bugger all about Nintendo. I've got a Switch at the minute, and I think I'm an expert.
Well, I'm not really faulting you because when I was checking like the last Tears of Kingdom, like I think like they were pulling like every stop that they could to bring out as much power that they could from the system, and it was still like struggling time to time with the massive world that they created.
I wonder how much support they'll get from Microsoft Studios. Very interesting.
Yeah.
It's for the
Yeah.
upcoming stuff, but some of the historical content that they've got.
Yeah.
Stubz will definitely get one if it's Gears Tactics appearing on the system.
Well, they can have it. We don't want it. No, I'm all for any Gears going on any system. The more people like it, the better. I don't like Gears Tactics though, but there you go.
Meisuko, what if you could play the Persona games, more so the Yakuza games on the Switch? Now that I think that would be pretty good.
Yeah. I think
the kind of games they are. I can see myself doing all the side quests on the Switch for sure.
Yeah, because I think all.
When I get home and play the main story on the big screen and do all the side quests in portable mode.
Yeah. I think all the RPG games really benefit from portability. They are one of the best games for that side of just because you can do like the kind of grinding activity or side quests that are not so important necessarily.
Because even the Metaphor ReFantasia, that's not coming out on the Switch at launch. You see?
Yeah, that's true.
That's another game that's coming for the Switch. I just think it's going to have like 10 times the third party support of historical library of content than the original Switch had, and that's why I think if they can get that third party relationship structure correct, it could be a bigger hit than the original Switch, if that's at all possible.
Yeah, totally.
And I think that might be partly what the delay is. Well, not the delay, but partly what they're preparing launch is make sure they've got enough hardware and make sure they've got enough content or variety of content at launch to make it as seamless as possible and as obvious as possible as to why people should opt to purchase a new system straight out of the gate. While still supporting the current Switch. Yeah, it's really good.
Yep.
And then I haven't got to worry about the peaks and troughs like Sony and Microsoft, right? When they launch a new system, then they have a couple of quarters where there's a dip, and their numbers, and then they start to spike back up. Not to mention COVID obviously helped them, but without that, you could see it happening, right? Peaks and troughs. But I think Nintendo, it might be a little bit smoother for them going forward. But anyway, sorry, Mr. Stubz.
Yeah, no, continue. It's no problem. This is how we roll. It is. As Daz has said, what do we reckon about the new Halo being axed off the Paramount Plus network? I mean, it's no surprise, but I would say it's more down to the fact that Paramount Plus really doesn't have a lot of subscribers compared to your Netflix and your Amazons and your Disneys. It's compared to them, it's tiny. So it would be.
Did you watch it? Did you watch the show, Mr. Stubz? I haven't watched it.
I watched some of the first series. I didn't watch it all.
Why was that?
I'm just not a Halo fan. I just stopped watching it.
But like sometimes you can watch a TV show, whether you're a fan of the game or not. Obviously,
it didn't. I'm going to say this now. This is sacrilege to all the people on the listening. I didn't mind Master Chief taking his helmet off. Come at me. Come at me. I didn't mind. I know they were raging online about him taking his helmet off. You can see why he's never took it off in the games, as far as I've been told.
Lucky for us, he didn't have to use the Lou in the series.
Did you watch all of them? The
No,
runner.
no.
See, that's
Did you watch any of them, Meisuko?
No.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's like I really would want to see it, and also the Last of Us TV series, and
I
then
forgot. I started that. I never finished it. I tell you what, it was good. It got a lot of hate because obviously there's LGBT. I probably said it wrong, but there's elements of I don't even know how to politically say. There's a same-sex couple in the program. There is.
Yeah.
If I should probably say it right. And I'll be honest, that episode that was powerful, regardless of what you think about that kind of thing. I liked it, but I don't know actually how, because I haven't got Sky TV anymore. I don't know how to watch The Last of Us 2, the rest of them, because I don't have Sky TV anymore, and I really should jump back in because that's really good. But I may have to get Sky TV, or probably no doubt UK Dads would DM me telling me how to get it. But I do want to finish. I do want to finish the Last of Us TV series because it was really, really bloody good. From what I watched, and I stopped watching it because it was a hassle. I watched most of my TV programs upstairs, you see, because the kids go to bed early and that. Not that they go to sleep straight away, but we don't watch a lot of TV in the living room, you see. So it was just a box, you see. So I'll hopefully get back to. There we go. He said it. He's not DM'd it. He's put it in chat. Yeah. But I will jump back into that.
What about you, Meisuko? Did you watch many of The Last of Us, or The Witcher, or Fallout, or any of those?
No, I really want to watch all of them. But I just haven't had the time. Like I have tried now, like, to watch more anime series. Like I was just I just finished this Kaiju 8 on Crunchyroll, and that one was good.
Oh, is that a film or a TV series?
TV series.
Okay.
TV series. So that one actually also has a very good studio behind its production. IG, the studio who did Ghost in the Shell. So very good studio that wise, and they also partnered with the how do you say, Kara studio. The current Neon Genesis Evangelion studio. So who has made the new iterations of the movies? So they partnered with them and made a amazing kaiju based anime TV series. So yesterday finished it, and yep.
So, Meisuko, when you said Evangelion, you mean what did they do? Did they remake some of them, or not the original series, the movie, or?
Well, they pretty much remade the first two movies, but after that, the third and the fourth movie, they really go into a new direction.
The end of Evangelion, right? You got at the end of Evangelion, and then there's like 3 other movies, right? That
yeah, these well these movies have like 1.0,
like,
2.0, 3.0,
that's right.
and 4.0.
Yeah, 1.11, 2.22, and 3.23. Are you talking about those, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But and then what? They remade those, or they've made something?
No. I just mean that the first of those two movies, they pretty much follow the TV series. But
I see.
I think after the third one, or during the third one, it really goes into a new direction compared to the TV series.
Yeah, 3.0 or something. Thrice Upon a Time.
Yeah.
I finished the series, but I was just trying to figure out. You might be able to put it in chat. The show that you just finished.
Yep. Yeah, I will write it down. Yep.
couldn't quite work out. Sorry, what it was.
Yeah. It's the kaiju. Like Japanese in general talk about monsters, the huge monsters. They are kaiju. So yeah, that one is a good one.
You didn't just on the side. You didn't watch the Near Automata anime, did you, by any chance?
No, I haven't seen that one yet, and I saw that they just had a new season starting for that. So I'm thinking like I will.
I was curious. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like the game, and I have been now playing because I finished the basic story of that game, so the 2B story. And after that, I started the 9S story. That is like the android who is doing the hacking mostly. So he was the support character. So they are retelling the story, the first story, from his eyes, and because the paths, diverge. Even in the first story, so then you will get to see what actually happened when he was away from the main protagonist. So I am now trying to finish that one, and then there is only one additional story left, that is then A2, if I remember right. So that's the renegade android, and what is going to happen with her.
And the kaiju one, I hope I got this right, is made by the studio that was involved with Evangelion.
No, it's the main studio doing it is Production IG, and then they partnered with Kara, with so yeah, so good studios working on it, and the manga was good for that it's based on. It was good.
Yeah, I've been watching Demon Slayer because I think it's fantastic. Yeah, the anime. I don't know. I watched the first few episodes and I was kind of a bit on the fence about it, but then suddenly
it's on my list because you mentioned it.
Yeah, then suddenly it switched gears, Meisuko, and it become really good, really good.
There are a lot of episodes of that, a lot of series of that.
It's only got the first series has got like a fair few episodes, but then subsequent series don't have as many episodes, like 8, 6, and 10 or something like that. Have you watched it, Meisuko Demon Slayer?
No, I also have to really watch that one.
Obviously not real. You're not really into anime, are you?
No. The problem is WeChat, because I was reading the manga first, and I was like really disappointed with the manga, and then like I saw because it's made by the Ufotable studio, so they are one of the best and one of my favorite studios. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should still watch the anime. Maybe it would be more engaging that way.
Really good. It's really good, Meisuko. Really good. Really well done. And because I know you. I know like you prefer watching Disney movies like My Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast and Mona and stuff like that, right? So I know you're into Disney anime, Ice Age and that. Yeah. Alice in Wonderland, 101 Dalmatians and all.
We did go with the kids watch this Inside Out too, so I can say that. Yeah.
Your kids should be watching Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. They should
be watching that. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes cannot like let the kids watch some of the too adult rated stuff, anime.
The racy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Or just the too violent stuff.
Yeah, so don't let them watch Evangelion. That's a bit racy.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much.
But
Exactly.
I still watch One Piece every now and then. Just that's the one that's like really consistent for me. And but in between, Demon Slayer I was really impressed with. It just gets better and better. Meisuko. Just I just like the fact that after the first few episodes, once it gets going, really gets going, it kind of delves into all the mythology of Japan. Especially, you mentioned kaiju, sort of Japanese demons, etc., and the creativity behind all of the I can't remember. I forgot the guy's name, the main boss's name, the main protagonist's name, but he's got like 12 subordinates under him, and they're all themed. Some of them are themed. There's others
Some
as well.
guy's dad. Some old guy's dad.
Some guy's dad. Yeah, they're all based on.
Stubz, how have you been watching that one?
No, it's because I'll never forget when VJ described Marcus Phoenix. That's what it was about. I think VJ caught that.
That's funny.
You'll give it, if you get a chance, Monsieur, give it a go. I mean, I would never tell someone you must watch, because everyone's got different tastes depending where they are, and during their period of lives, so it's all very different. But I'm glad I gave it. I can put it like this: I'm glad I gave it a second chance, and then suddenly it just took off for me. So I really appreciated it. And I kind of when I don't want to pay too much attention, I watch Delicious in Dungeon. I think that's quite funny, actually.
Yeah, I like that one also. I think I have seen maybe 8 episodes of that one. Really, really funny.
But just the production values just seem to after the first few episodes in Demon Slayer just seem to just go to another level. Even though it's like modern production values in terms of anime, I still really appreciate, and I really like the old style production values of, say, like the Evangelion series. It's very contrasting. They both have a really strong visual appeal.
What was that one you recommended the other week? The anime on Netflix to me. I couldn't remember which one it was. By the Studio Ghibli, was it?
Oh Ghibli. What was I watching? Oh yeah, I'd watched Castle in the Sky again. Yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched that already. Really good.
How did you like?
Yeah, I really like them. They're like
not to be confused with Howl's Moving Castle.
Right, I'm gonna have to go and check now. It might be one of them. Right, I'll have to go and have a look at both of them. I think it was Howl's Moving Castle I watched.
Okay. Yeah. Laputa is different movie.
Yeah.
That
was really good. But nothing in the minute's gonna make. Nothing is, because I've still got to watch more anime. I'm still a noob, but
if you want
that Ponyo, that was amazing. Ponyo. Wow, I still like it now, Ponyo.
Yeah.
When you're on the show, when Masuko's on the show, you've always got to say one of my favorite Ghibli movies is Porco Rosso, because otherwise he won't come back on the show again.
Exactly.
I haven't watched that.
That's the kind of like a perfect movie for middle-aged men. That's like it's like exactly like what you need, Stubz. You really have to see it. It's going to be resonating with you like very strongly.
What's it called? What's it called?
Porco. Porco.
Yeah, I will write it on that chat. Yeah.
On the chat room.
Is it on Netflix? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It probably is. A lot of them are.
I think I saw it last time. Yeah.
What I would recommend, I don't know if either of you, do you know there's like there's a website called NHK, which has a lot. I think it's a Japanese news site, but it's all in English. But they do lots and lots of documentaries.
Yeah.
Really impressive documentaries.
Let's have a think.
Not typically available, in the
Did
West.
I watch all them, VJ? There was I can't remember if I finished them off, because you recommended I see the making of.
No, it was called
Studio Ghibli. The guy.
It was called 10 years. It was a 4-part documentary.
Yeah, I did
about
watch it.
45,
Yeah.
46 minutes long.
I
But
thought it was
it's called
incredible.
10 years with Hayao Miyazaki, where I think what it was, they agreed to let just Miyazaki and his producer, they agreed to let Miyazaki be filmed over a period of 10 years, but it was on the basis that it would just be one person, and that would be obviously the director, and he held basically, you know, sort of handy cam and filmed him somewhere between the making of Ponyo all the way up to the release of, I want to say, not Porco Rosso, but The Wind Rises, which is another
You see
incredible
his
film.
you see his son in it too, don't you? Because his son releases the film.
Yeah. So
He does.
yeah, it covers that as well, but it kind of really goes over like his personality and what drives him. But you can see, because there's a corresponding documentary called The Kingdom of Dreams and Madness, and you can see, you know, Miyazaki, he can't get away from the madness of creating movies because he's constantly dreaming. So he's kind of like, you can actually see, you know, his life is oscillating between a madness and creating what he is compelled to do, and just the, you know, and I guess it's true for everybody, right? Everybody sort of oscillates between madness and doing what they believe to, you know, will give them some sort of peace of mind, shall we say. I was going to use pleasure, but I don't think that's really appropriate. But yeah, it's really interesting, and when I watched The Wind Rises prior to watching the documentary, but when I watched the documentary and how The Wind Rises came about, when I watched The Wind Rises again, I had a far greater appreciation for it. And I think that's the beauty of the Ghibli movies and Miyazaki's movies. It's funny, really, because he does all his storyboards, and he says, even when I'm making these movies, I have no idea how it's going to turn out or what I'm actually making. I just get these storyboards, he starts creating key pictures, you know, throughout the main scenes throughout the movie, and then he starts doing the storyboards, and then starts to, he's obviously got a treatment of roughly what the movie's about, but then he starts scripting it along the way, and that's why I think his process kind of not drives people mad, but if you want to work at his studio, you can't have an ego, because he's really focused on what he wants to do, and you've got to take the rough with the smooth. Well, more rough, or rather than smooth, if you want to be one of his production staff.
Well, he's a visionary, isn't he? He is.
You can say that I don't know if a visionary is the right word. I would just say he's got a very interesting background in terms of how he was raised, the time he was raised, the people that he came across in his life, the experiences that he had, and how he's able to take those experiences, the pain that he's got from his upbringing and throughout his life, not just personally, but the way he sees Japan through his eyes, the way he sees people, and but then how he's able to take all of that pain, that regret, that suffering, you know, to do with his son, to do with his mother, to do with his father, and during the time that bombs of mass destruction were dropped on Japan, and him being a little boy, how his father treated others, you know, compared to him, how he ended up wanting to raise his son, and how reality actually panned out, and how he translate all of his pain and all of his regrets and what drives him to produce the type of movies he does, and he's able to convey all of his emotions into something which some regard, well, like you say, visionary, some regard as poetic, some regard as beauty, some regard as scenes which are difficult to observe in some of his movies, because there are some people say, oh, there's disturbing scenes in his movie, but you know, he's honest. I would say he does honest work, because he's always, whenever you watch his documentary, you always see there's a sense of doubt and a slight sense of fear that, you know, if people don't enjoy my movies, that'll be the end of me. He constantly says it. It's like a theme of his, right? Along with a few other adages that he constantly blurts out throughout the productions, well, during the course of the 10 years. But what he does do is that once he's fixated on producing what he wants to produce, even though the producer might be against it, the staff might be against it, he sticks to his guns. even though he doesn't know what he's actually producing. But and I think in that way he's very, very unique. But you can see it's taken its toll on him, and he's had to make a lot of sacrifices in order to do so. And I think most people wouldn't be prepared to make the sacrifices that he has. But he says as well, look, I've made my bed and I've got to pretty much lie in it. And and I think one of the fantastic things he did was with his wife and integrating his son and his producers is creating that museum in Tokyo, which hopefully Luke can get tickets to and go and have a look see. But yeah, just the Kingdom of Dreams and Madness and the 10 Years with Hayao Miyazaki, I think, are two really fascinating documentaries. If forget about Miyazaki movies, if you're just wondering how difficult for the high end not the high end, the luminary creatives that are out there, and how much it takes out of them. I think the greatest compliment I can pay him is that if you look at all the creators across gaming, especially, and in movie making, his longevity, his ability to still have something, like he's got a little black book with all of his, like a treasure trove of ideas, he calls it, to still be able to churn out content and visuals and narratives which are unique. Even what is he, 83, 84, 85 now, even to this day. He's retired now, right? So official for the third time lucky, hopefully. He's able to constantly reinvent himself, and constantly deliver content that surprises people in different ways is quite outstanding. And in that sense, yeah, I can appreciate why Mr. Stubz used the word visionary. So anyway, I'm going to stop there before I fall asleep.
But I think that you are really onto something, that he really is this kind of honest person, and that's why I love like Porco Rosso the most, because I think he really lets his honesty speak in that movie. Like he often has like villains who has like troubled character, let's say, but in Porco Rosso, the main character, the quote unquote good guy, is the troubled character in the movie, and it's my favorite movie of him, and it's like this kind of journey of true like personal development, if you would.
Yeah, there's one more documentary. I don't know if it's on Netflix or not. You'll have to check. It's called something. I think it's Hayao Miyazaki. Never Ending Man. There's another one.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, Miss Meisuko, have you ever watched Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind? Because I haven't watched that.
Yeah.
It popped up. I'm going to watch that.
Please do. And it also has like a manga that Miyazaki was making for, I think, maybe a decade. It was a long-term project that he was doing. So the manga is really worth reading also.
Oh, yeah. Because I definitely want to watch Nausicaa, because it was in the documentary, and I was looking at the Ghibli list of movies and it wasn't in there. Then I found out that it wasn't made. It was made prior to the formation of Ghibli.
Yeah,
it was the catalyst catalyst for Ghibli. So, but it's a very well respected movie. So I'm definitely going to watch that.
Yeah, it's the kind of like Japanese are still using the term Nausicaa for describing certain heroines that have this kind of like desirable quality, who are leading people and are really all around good characters. So they're still using that Nausicaa characters.
I always wanted a sequel to Kiki's Delivery Service.
Yeah,
I have no idea why,
movie.
but I really like that movie a lot.
Yeah.
I think think it's yeah. I think it's amazing. I think it's incredible. But some of his movies just have and I didn't know this until I watched until I watched a documentary, because I always used to watch his movies and think, you know what, they've really got a hint of sort of European taste to them, whether it's cuisine, whether it's
Yeah.
costuming,
Yeah.
whether it's
Yeah.
architecture, and then I found out that, you know, after watching documentaries that I forgot. Oh yeah, Castle in the Sky. He'd actually visited Wales during the miners' strike, and
Yeah.
he was there, you know, watching, you know, physically there, you know, in Wales of all places, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, watching the fallout and watching the difficulties that the people
Yeah.
face there, and
Mm.
yeah, quite
Yeah.
astonishing.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I really like his movies that are like more personal. Like, let's say, yeah, Porco Rosso. Then there is that Totoro feels very personal, and
All of his movies carry a message, right? If you look closely enough, they all carry a message.
yeah. It's
It's just that
it just feels
they're able to-
yeah. It just sometimes feel like he distances himself from the movie in a certain way, that he's trying to make it like I don't know. Maybe even though everybody is saying like good things to him and making that he's a genius, maybe he still doesn't always believe that he
No,
takes a little bit steps further away from the characters, and not fully like letting his spirit go into those
no,
creation.
one thing, when you look at him, the way he carries himself, he may be a strict, hard taskmaster, perfectionist, whatever you want to call it. He doesn't really have that much of an ego.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
since he doesn't have an ego, that kind of helps him in the sense that, look, I know what I want. I know exactly what I want. I know what I need to do. I know how good it needs to be, and you can, you know, fix things and change things and modify them and recruit and all that sort of stuff. But it kind of like he knows how to finish a project, which is really important, and he's always got in mind that he's got to finish on time. And of course, there's delays in these kind of endeavors, but um, he's also well aware that he's got a delivery to make, and he's not always 100% satisfied, and that's why he continues to tell more stories, tries to continue to improve, and that shows you someone who doesn't have an ego, that believes that they've reached the pinnacle, and now they can just continue to, you know, operate at that baseline because they're already good enough, if that makes sense. He strives to improve consistently.
Yeah. That's true. Did you have chance to watch the latest one? I think it's now on Netflix.
Oh no, I did check over. It's not out here yet. It's kind of, I think
Okay.
it's coming out second half of this year. So anytime between now and Christmas, it's coming.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it. But I think probably I
It's
decided that
yeah.
before it comes
Yeah.
out, I'm going to watch all of the others again.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
in my spare time.
I think it's one of his most European like movie, or like
Ooh.
let's say affected by the European arts and so on. So it's
Not based on,
quite
it's not based on Brexit, is it?
no. Even though there is a lot of like troubles.
But no, I'm worried I'll put Mr. Stubz to sleep again.
No, I am here. Don't worry.
Yeah, let's
You want to talk about Gears, the Gears 7 the day after tomorrow, or Gears 8 Independence Day, or Gears 9 Groundhog Day?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not really. No, I'm just happy to talk about whatever rolls in.
You do a Gears of War manga.
Yes, that'd be good.
Wow, that would be cool. By Nihei. Nihei would be
Well, that-
perfect doing
well,
that.
Well, Netflix is supposed to be making an animated Gears of War series.
I haven't heard about that.
Really? It was announced.
No,
It was
no.
announced that with the live action, but it was also an animated adult. They made sure people knew it was an adult animated series as well.
Is
So-
it a Western studio or Japanese studio?
I have no idea who's making any of them. All I heard was the announcements. God, no, I don't know how long they're going to take to make all these. I've no idea.
I think
That
it's
would
that
be
Stir
really
Fried
cool.
Lotus Root Productions that are making it.
Yeah. I think that
My goodness, imagine
that
if there was a
studio
studio-
project is going to have to wait some time, Vijay, unfortunately.
No, I was going to say, Meisuko, if there was a studio released it's called Stir Fried Lotus Productions making a video game, I bet you just pre-order it even without knowing what they were making.
Yeah. I think there is some Lotus studio that I saw some time ago.
What,
But
Stir
now I
Fried?
don't. Not stir
Stir
fried, but it had Lotus on the name. So yeah.
It's not real Lotus unless it's Stir Fried, Meisuko. You know that.
Yeah, I know that. But they are not too bad in soup either.
There you go. That's true, actually. That is true.
Mm.
Do you have have you ever tried bitter watermelon soup?
Ah, yes. Really like it. Really like it. Or
Sorry, Mr. Stubz.
yeah.
We should talk about fish and chips instead.
Well, that sounds. I've never tried any of that before. I haven't.
We've got to get you out to the Asiatic region.
Well, saying that, though, the amount of dishes, the food
erase,
you send me,
erase your memory. Erase your memory for a week.
Well, the pictures you send me, it does look good. What you get made in your house, it does look very good. It's like a it looks like restaurant, quite top end food. It does, and that's like your normal daily food, isn't it, PJ?
Yeah. Meisuko, do you cook or does your better half do all the cooking?
Well, I think it's now pretty much 50-50. So I can also do many Asian foods. So I am doing I like to cook. I have always enjoyed that.
As soon as you mentioned that, as soon as you mentioned that, I can imagine Removable turning up the volume on his phone.
Yes, absolutely turning the volume right up.
Listen more astutely, yeah.
Well,
what's going on here? I better hear what's being said here. Wait, go ahead, Meisuko. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No. I really enjoy Asian foods, and I try to get better at making foods, and but what my wife hates is when I try to make some healthy foods. Then it's like no, this is not acceptable. It's like do it the traditional way or no way.
Where's the soy sauce?
Yeah.
The wine sauce, yeah. Where are all the sauces? Where's all the garlic? Where's all the yeah? Where's the spring?
No, Vijay, the problem. No, no, Vijay. For me, the problem is like the really fatty meat. Like, yeah. It's too much for me. I cannot handle it anymore.
See, when I open I know this is probably the same at your house, but when I open my my kitchen cabinets, it's like 80% of the labels on the bottles. I can't read them because it's just all in foreign languages, either Japanese or Chinese. Honestly, so what I've had to do, well, when I moved, I had to slowly but surely, sort of put on a little sticky tape so I could write the English on them, so I know what they are.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's
like
it's
right there. see it. No, I don't read the language. No, I don't know. But yeah, obviously now some of the food labels they have the English on there as well.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Do you like to cook Asian foods?
I cook. I don't enjoy cooking, but I can if I have to. Different types of Asian dishes, but yeah, I prefer. Stubbs will know this, but I prefer cooking, baking, or baked sweets, or
Yeah, you
baked
do. Yeah.
muffins, or chocolate bar, oat bars and stuff. I prefer sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and breads and stuff like that. So I don't cook as much as I used to. Like in the summer, because sometimes it gets really hot here, especially in the summer. So I kind of prefer to like make light meals at home and then perhaps order out, a main dish, but make all the side dishes and especially rice, make that at home because I just prefer Japanese rice than the stuff you find here in the US, because it's okay. I mean, it will do. It's no just going to a local takeaway in the UK and get, but even rice, I as I'm getting older, I'm particular in terms of the rice that I eat, and just because I guess you could say a little bit spoiled in that sense.
Yeah.
So,
That's totally true. Like my daughters are always complaining when at school they are serving rice. They are like, "What is this
it's not really,
horrible rice that they are putting?"
it's not really rice, is it? It's just European and Western stuff, which is just nasty. It's not real rice, really. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So,
No quality to it.
Yeah, it is low quality food. It's like prison food. But the thing is, if you don't know, then if you're not exposed to it, but if you go to Asia, if you eat there's just, I forgot what the name is. There's just a very specific Japanese rice that once I had that, it's just other rice just fail in comparison. Except for if you go to like dim sum or something and you have the sticky rice, and there's two types of sticky rice. Those are glutinous rice, right, and sticky rice. People think sometimes people say, "Oh, it's the same thing." It's not the same thing. There is a difference between them. So.
Those when the Chinese make the sticky rice and put the meat inside of it, so it's totally like all the juices come out from the meat and mix up to the sticky meat. So it's a delicious food.
Wrapped in the lotus. There's one that's wrapped in leaf, and another one that's wrapped in, I forgot what it's in, lotus leaf, and the other one I can't remember what leaf it is.
Yeah.
But it's not banana leaves like they use in South India.
No. It could be this sweet potato leaves.
Yeah. And sugar cane, right, is very popular in Asia in the summer.
Yeah. That one is not to my taste really, or I haven't got used to it.
Have you ever? Did you like in Asia you get those there's the sort of aromatic herbalist stores, right? And then you sort of walk by, and you can sit inside, but outside they've got a counter and they've got like a little bowl with a transparent glass lid on them, and when you take the lid off, there's like this black jelly, like a herbal black jelly, but it's made from turtle shell. Is it turtle shell or made from? I can't remember. I have to look it up and find it, but it is made from real turtle. I couldn't believe it. After I'd ate it, I realized what it was, but it's actually really good for you. You must have come across it, Meisuko, or ask your missus.
Yeah, I have seen some of those, and even some of those, those traditional,
I can see you hesitating to admit it on a podcast.
Yeah, it's like there is all sorts of stuff that I necessarily don't know what I have been fed. So
yeah, you're probably ignorance is bliss, as they say.
Yeah, it's better to not know everything.
I guess you've never eaten snake.
No,
I've
those
never eaten a
those I
snake
have
either.
even. Yeah. No, but
You'd be surprised what they...
the water snake is pretty common in Chinese street grill places.
What's that British character, Mr. Stubbs? I've forgotten his name, but it was like kind of Ricky Gervais, if I've pronounced it correctly. Sends him abroad. Idiot Abroad, is it, or something?
Yeah, I think that might be it. That
Yeah, so
sounds
he
like
does
it.
does he do a stint over in China or Asia, and he's got to eat all these really strange foods, which he's like just can't bring himself to eat. I'm sure there was an episode like that. Put you off your victory meal for sure, or your ready brick. Everyone's safe in England with ready brick.
Ready Breck. I've not heard that name for years. I'm not sure if they still
Yeah,
make
Ready
Ready
Breck.
Breck. I have to look that up.
Oh, they must be. You're probably still on Farley's rusks, aren't you?
Oh, rusks were awesome. Rusks.
Yeah, they
But
were amazing.
they still make rusks. It's baby food, that's what. Do they not sell them in Africa?
What about Stubbs? Do you like to cook?
Yeah, I do.
Toast.
What
Toast.
is your favorite food that you like to make?
That's a
Wow.
trick question. It's toast.
I used to just say, 'cause I used to be a big fan of fajitas and nachos with cheese, but
Ooh.
I try not to because of the diet, and I try not to eat that. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it is a favourite. That is, to be honest, but I don't have it very often.
Fajitas a really good choice, Mr. Stubbs. I enjoy fajitas too.
I bet you have all that guacamole, the green stuff on, or the nachos. I hate it, the green stuff.
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't
You
like it.
mean the avocado stuff?
Is that what it is? Guacamole is avocado.
Guacamole, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just think it looks horrible. I've never tried it. I can't eat that. Keep
It's
it
everywhere
off.
here in Southern California.
Well, yeah.
California,
But if you go out
avoid
though, everyone puts it all on it. So I don't have it. I have it at home. I do.
Are you more like you put cheese on your nachos or what?
Yes.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I'm on a diet, but like a treat is cheese. Like some people like having chocolate bars, but I like having cheese.
I'm sorry, Mr.
terrible
Good. Did
for
you
you.
say cheese on your nuts? Because that's what I heard.
No comment.
Well, that was perfect.
And you got UK Dazarus in the chat. You had to say it when Daz was in chat. Hope everyone's doing well in chat. Darren, I can see you chatting away with UK Dazarus. I have no idea about iPhones, and I know I've got a Samsung phone. Couldn't tell you about battery life, so anything. I've not had that iPhone in years. I've got a Samsung phone. So ask Daz by the looks of it. He knows his stuff. He does.
How do you get on with your Samsung phone?
Really easy. When I use my dad's business phone, it's like an iPhone. It's like, look, I took 4 steps backwards, but then he says the same thing about my phone. They're both different. They are. But yeah, if everyone didn't know, I've lost to 3.5 stone. I was 26.5 stone down to 23 through healthy eating, going gym. I do really enjoy going gym. And as Meisuko, we have to do. Meisuko says I'm one of the guys in the gym that could probably do all the high numbers with the legs.
Yeah, I think you are doing really good, and
yeah,
you know, like if you are at this moment you can do so good, you know, leg presses. I think like if
I try not to go too heavy.
Keep on.
I try not to go too. I can stack it, the machine, but I try not to go too far I don't want to mess. I don't want to re-break my leg. You see what I mean?
Yeah, definitely not.
So
Definitely
obviously
no.
I can do it on the
Mm.
leg press because it's a leg press machine. But when I'm starting to delve into the other machines, they're not machines. The more free weight ones. So
Yep.
it's like them ones. So the other ones, I probably won't be able to lift anywhere near that to start with, because you always start low, don't you, with them when you're new at it. But yeah, I do arm workouts and that as well. But
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah, they say like when you like increase your muscle mass, so of course your body is naturally burning more calories. So I think it's going to be very good for your weight loss.
well, it will be because I've literally my target weight is only another 3 stone away, and I think if I get down to 20, I will look incredibly thin, more thin than I am now. But I probably also look quite. I'll probably look quite big, in terms of like muscle, and
Will
arms.
we mistake you for Marcus? Will we like kind of mistake you for Marcus Phoenix?
Hopefully, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? But no, it's all going well. The gym I go to's nice, and it really helps with like mental health and feeling good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially when you don't, because I hadn't weighed myself in like quite a few weeks, and I thought I'll do it, and then I worked out. See, when I say I lost 3.5 stone, that's measurement for when I started on the journey, not like from the last drop, if you know what I mean. But there's still a lot of weight to lose. It is, but yeah, it's really, really good. The business pays the pest control business actually pays for the gym membership. I don't pay for it. Comes out company expenses.
Well, that's good. That's good.
It does 40 quid a month. So about average price in England now, unless you go to them.
Yeah.
And them commercial gyms called Pure Gym. You haven't got one round. They're just about squeezing as many people in as possible. They are. But we haven't got one in our area. But yeah, it's all good news. It is.
I was going to say, this trailer of the game on the screen, is that something Meisuko requested, or did you just put it on randomly?
He's been playing it. I didn't know when it would come up. There we
go.
We can talk about this now. There we go.
I was playing this game, and Removable Sanity is going to review this game, so I think he will have the most to say about this game. But for me, it's the gameplay, it works pretty well. I have to say it's an indie studio, and the gameplay wise it's good game. But what I'm having issue is that you maybe have noticed that it also has this kind of personal, like, social links to it. And the writing, it is pretty bad. The writing is pretty bad. And the general motive of the game is that in the Alps, or wherever it is located, there is like this kind of magical pocket in the world, where magic exists, and people are going there on holiday to do this kind of role-playing activities, so to say. So it is a game telling about gaming. So it's not the kind of most enticing story for me to care about the world and so on. So that's why I'm
I like the visual design, but all the other aspects that you've commented on right now, it's really difficult to tell those right without playing it. But I can see what you mean. Is that it looks really good here, but then the other sort of long-term engagement mechanics, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, yeah,
If they're not engaging or fun, then it
yeah.
can detract from
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
overall.
I think it's the kind of like if you are a person who doesn't care about story that much in your games in general, I think this is going to be a very good game for you because the gameplay side of is good. It is really good made, and really responsive and so on. So it's a little
Yeah.
bit it's for personally for me it's not going to work because I really like when there is some kind of agency in the world
Yeah.
why you are doing what you are doing if that makes sense.
Yep. A
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah, exactly.
But,
So yeah,
it kind of, I don't know what the format it's on, but I like the visual design, and it kind of, I know this may be strange, Misuko, but it kind of gives me hope and a promise of what Dragon Quest 12 might look like.
yeah.
Obviously grander, but
Yeah.
it's just good to see. Of course, the graphical style will be different, but like the way the towns look and the cities look and the
Yeah.
exploration and stuff that you can see in the
Yeah.
trailer and the combat kind of, I don't know, it kind of makes me wonder that maybe, Dragon Quest, if it's got some of these elements in a lighter fashion or in a more involved fashion, it might actually be really good because there's some elements to what I'm seeing in this trailer. Obviously I can't talk to the game, but there's elements in this game that make me think that, oh, you know what, Dragon Quest 11 was really good, and if it had contained some of these mechanics in traversal, in world building, and yeah, it might have been spectacular. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's why some of the reference points in here from a visual and design perspective look might help. But because obviously Dragon Quest 11 sold really well. I really enjoyed it. But it would be nice if it had this kind of, well, the words right there. If I wish it was as welcoming as lived in as this game looks, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I totally understand what you mean because even in 11, even like it was like a huge jump for the game, like technically, but it was still quite stiff in the cities and towns and so on. Yeah, I understand what you mean.
One
Yeah.
one of the most annoying things. I mean, I played Dragon Quest 11 to death, but the annoying things is that no matter what region you went to in the overworld, which is quite huge, the music was the same. And but now since that game, Final Fantasy Rebirth, Octopath Traveler, and even to some degree Persona 5, which I really miss. I might actually have to play that game again. Is where if you go to different dungeons, different locales, different venues, the music changes. They have like an overall, like when they have an overall world map music, but when you enter different regions, the music changes, especially in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I think that is an important lesson learned by game studios, because in a way, I think in Quest 11, overworld music got monotonous, but I think I'm glad that other studios have seen it, and said, you know what, this is a massive area for improvement with the BGM. To have regions having their own identifiable BGM, and I'm hoping that if Dragon Quest can also, incorporate that, which would mean adding additional music and soundtracks that haven't existed in the game, in the series of games, in predecessing games in the series predecessors, then that will also be interesting in terms of how they go about creating new music for the overarching I put it in Misuko, consistent themes that'll perhaps be present even in future iterations of the series. So that sort of thing I'm really interested in, and I'm wondering, because Dragon Quest, the remakes, they're not small games, right? They're big games. And obviously So it'd be interesting if they've created new BGM. I know that they've, sort of re-recorded it, with the Japanese orchestra. I can't remember the name, but it's a famous Japanese. Because you see it, when the trailer comes up for Quest 2, they name the orchestra in the top corner of just like they credit the orchestra that's created. That's who created the.
Yeah, I think it's
re-recorded.
Tokyo Film Harmonica that they are using.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, thank you. I'm hoping that they've created more music for the different regions in the game, just to liven everything up a little bit. I really like the look of the Dragon Quest 2D, 3D. I showed the trailer to my missus. I said, "Can you see it?" She goes, "Yeah, it looks good." I said, "It looks amazing." She goes, "Why do you say that?" I said, "Do you not see the creativity, the artistry, how they've the different artistic impressions across the regions, and so how uniquely and distinct they look, but they still sort of live in the same universe, because the environments and the locales in the Dragon Quest games are so different, aren't they? I mean, they really are different regions. More so, I would say, more varying than even in the Zelda games. So I think adding bespoke music as well for those regions, I think, is the next evolutionary step to give the game more charisma, and I hope they do it. And I'm just seeing here, like little traversal elements in this game here. Like the snowboarding and and taking zip lines and those cable carts. And if they could add bits and pieces like that into, because they obviously do it in God of War, but if they can add those sort of traversal, even if it's just for like a split second, getting from one region to another temporarily before you get your quick teleport abilities, just to get to the first region before you can teleport there to different regions. Now, I think those sort of things would really add character and diversity to Dragon Quest. So I know I'm being selfish here, but I really like the Dragon Quest series.
I think it's going to be a good one, and you don't have to wait anymore long. It was September, right?
October, no, November, I think.
Okay.
I'll just double check. DQ 2D 3D release. Oh, I don't know what the release date is, because I saw Mr. Stubz put the trailer up about a week or two ago up on.
I'm sure it was in the direct. It was.
Yeah, and what was even in it's November the 14th, and what's really interesting, Meisuko, they announced that not only are they releasing Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D, they're also doing Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remakes coming in 2025, and obviously,
I was checking that.
Yeah, but the thing is, even though the Dragon Quest 3 seems to be, oh well, hang on a minute, why is that coming out before Dragon Quest 1 and 2? It's actually kind of the original story, it's the prequel to 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 came out, and then 3 came out, but 3 is actually if you want to play it in order in terms of how the story progresses, 3 was actually, I think, a prequel or the first part of the story, which came out in the third iteration, but now it's coming. It's actually going to be out in release order, if that makes sense, even though the name doesn't designate clearly. Yeah, just in case anyone's curious. Because I think they share the same protagonist, right? I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Yeah, that game is going to do financially good. Like
I hope so, Meisuko. I hope so.
Yeah.
Because I'm playing Octopath Traveler 2 at the moment, which is good.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
But did you have time to start the Kunitsu game already?
Yeah, I haven't.
It's on screen.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's on screen.
Did you play it, Mr. Stubz?
No, but it's downloaded. But I guarantee.
I'm going to take a. I was going to take an excuse out of Meisuko's book. I've been watching anime, playing Octopath Traveler to try anything new at the moment. I don't know what Mr. Stubbs' excuse is, but we'll hear it, and then we'll judge him accordingly. And no doubt, removable throw is thrown across the room while he's listening.
Yeah, if you're listening removable, just don't think it's looks good, but I don't think I'll get into it, to be honest. It's a very different game for me, this is.
And you, Meisuko?
Well, like because I played the demo and I started the full version from Game Pass, so I have now more positive, view on the game because they fixed one of the problems that I had with the previous game with the Dungeons of Hinterberg. So they actually show why I should care about the world. So they had pretty good like beginning section of the game and telling about what is happening and getting you into this Japanese lore about the game.
Mm.
So and the art direction is also pretty good.
Yeah,
And
it looks it.
it's yeah. So the pretty much like I am getting more accustomed with the systems, how they work and how everything works. So it is getting better and better. So
I have to just something you said there, Masuko, like, that what you described there in terms of that when you played the full game, it recovered itself or redeemed itself, because in the beginning it explained the story and why you should care about the story, the world, and the follow it and the
yeah,
events that will unfold. And that was the
yeah.
same thing with the Prince of Persia demo, and then playing the full game at
Really?
release. Played the demo and I was like, first of all, I just turned it off after 15, 20 minutes. I thought, I'm not really capturing me. And then I thought, you know what? There's not much else coming out, because I was waiting for Yakuza Infinite Wealth, and there was nothing really else coming out at the time. So I put it on again. I played the demo, and then you know what? I'll buy it. And I played it on early access. And then again, and this is what I was saying to Removal. I said, you know what? If they'd just included that first section, which comes with the full release, just a 2-3 minute story, sort of, so you can identify and sort of get involved with the game, like you were saying, right? Gets you involved in the narrative of the game. If they included in that demo, I think the demo would have gone down a lot better than it did, and they just failed to do that. And so when I played their full game of Prince of Persia, the same way that you've just sort of conveyed the fact that, listen, you know what, now that I've understood why I should care about the game, the narrative, the story, the characters, the world, etc., and what I'm about to, embark upon or invest my time into, shall we say, in a more material way. And Prince of Persia does that. And so again, I think as Miss Removal said last week, and we've said many times on the show, and sure Mr. Stubz will speak on that, is the fact that demos carry a lot of weight with people in terms of does it get you the sale, or does it divert the money of a potential investor somewhere else? And you've got to get the demos right. And that's where Prince of Persia kind of failed, and that's why I didn't play the demo for Kunitsu, because it's coming to Game Pass, and I said, you know what, it's probably not going to be everything for me to be able to make a decision upon. I'd rather play it fresh and play it out, especially because it's coming to Game Pass. If it wasn't coming to Game Pass, then I would have definitely played it. And that's why I played the Unicorn Overlord demo, because it wasn't coming to Game Pass. I played 10 hours of that, but no, really interesting that you said that, because as I said, Prince of Persia had the same issue with its demo. I didn't have a real reason to care, other than the fact that I hadn't played something like that since Hollow Knight. And Prince of Persia has, if you like gaming just generally, it's not a super long game, but it's a really good game. It has some fantastic mechanics, features, puzzles that don't exist in other games. It's quite unique to the game, further in, and a very good combat system. And I hope there's a sequel. Anyway, no, sorry, Mr. That was a really good point you raised there. That kind of triggered that thought.
So in that case, because the only thing that I got in the demo was the gameplay, and like I was trying to tell like last time, that it's not exactly like it's not one thing, but it's like a mix of many different gameplay types, like tower defense, third-person action and some. So it's like a mix of different kind of things, and it is not obvious game that you have to a little bit work to get into the system. So yeah, the only thing.
Meisuko, do you not find that with all RPGs, action RPGs, SRPG? You know, don't you find that the first 5, 6, 7, 8 hours is all about, you know, getting yourself settled in, you know, getting yourself comfortable, wearing your, you know, sort of acclimatizing with the game, settling in, etc. I find that more and more now with RPGs. You know, they take time to acclimatize with before you thoroughly get into the swing of things. Don't find RPG. They're right out of the bat, like they're not Gears of War straight off the bat, you know.
No, they're not.
Yeah. I understand what you mean. It's just that the tower defense games have like a certain loop to them, like this kind of optimization loop, and this game really does not have it, because it's like you are all the time progressing forward, and you are not really seeing the effects of your optimization, even though you are learning, of course, all the time. So it's like maybe calling it as a tower defense game is maybe not, like, if I tell that, people have a image in their mind, and it's not going to be that. It is almost their own style of gameplay or genre. So it's like we were talking, like that Capcom has a difficult time of marketing this game because it's pretty unique.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good that you are giving it a try, and I hope Stubz will also give it a try.
I still, you know, I did enjoy my time with Unicorn Overlord as well. But so yeah, go ahead, Mr. Stubz. Are you going to give it a go?
Well, I may as well. It's on the Xbox. I might as well give it a go. See how far I get. Can I get past the tutorial? Is the question though. We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's not too hard, and well, the tutorials are not that good. I mean, like, it doesn't explain everything. It gives some basic ideas and some basic ideas where you should be going forward, but it's it's not that clear cut. So if you will have any problems, you can just ask me.
Okay. Yeah, cheers.
Meisuko, did you buy or did you purchase, should I say, Unicorn Overlord?
Yeah, I got it for Switch. Yep.
Did you finish it at all, or?
No, I haven't finished it yet, but maybe halfway through, and I have been enjoying it. It is getting more challenging, so it is
challenging is an easy mode, right? For a man of your talents.
Well, it's just that it's like you cannot really be slacking with it. Like you have to utilize the systems. It's not like like in the demo time, it wasn't that difficult, but in the later stage there starts to come like more mobility to the game and more tactical aspects, and you are on the clock, so you have to advance fast enough, or otherwise you will be overrun.
You know, that sounds like the game I wanted to play. See,
Yep.
I did enjoy the demo, but you know, like when you get upgraded armors and everything, but the visuals don't upgrade. I know it's probably asking a lot of production given their team size, but I would have loved it. You know, when you buy new armor, new weapons, new shields, I wish that the the costuming and the appearance of the characters would change. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if it does or not, but yeah, I really wish it would.
Yeah, it's just that because they are doing it, the traditional like drawing way. So
yeah,
I guess they could do some like some small additions or something like that you would notice it graphically.
Always,
Yeah.
always easier said than done. But yeah, it would have been nice.
Yeah. True. But yeah, it's a good game. I enjoy it, and Vanillaware is good with the stories, and so yeah, it's I still have to finish that game and the Final Fantasy game also, the Rebirth one.
Rebirth. Oh, how are you getting on with that?
I am enjoying it. It's Final Fantasy combat systems are sometimes also the kind of combat systems that I'm not always like gelling that well. I mean, like I don't always understand the system so well. So, but I am getting there. I'm getting there.
You should speak to UK Dazarus. He's an expert. no
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah. He would definitely have all the tips and tricks. But yeah, that game is like also not as simple as you would guess of a mainstream RPG. So it also has plenty of tinkering to it. I think like let's say Yakuza game like a dragon is much more easier or more straightforward system wise.
Do you think that game would work well on the Switch too? Infinite Wealth.
Yeah, it would definitely. Yeah,
Breath of
definitely
fresh
would
air.
be good. Yeah.
And that's
People would
running on
like
the
it.
PS4. That's running on the PS4 as well.
Yeah. So no reason why it wouldn't work. Yep.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. Sorry. I just wanted to just get your opinion on that.
Yep. Yeah. So those have to play those, and then have to prepare for the ReFantasio when it's coming later in the year, and
Ooh,
that's probably going to be pretty much as much RPG that I can stomach in 1 year.
along with stir fried lotus root.
Yep. And some Chinese beer.
Ooh.
Which
Tsingtao.
Which beer?
Yeah, I like the basic Chinese beers like Qingdao and the other ones, the market brands. They are pretty easy going with the food.
Easy on the tummy. Yeah.
Yeah, they are very easy on the palate.
Yeah. Because
Have
Asian
you
people when they
Stubz?
drink
Yeah.
Asian people when they drink beer, Mr. Stubbs, for some reason they go bright red. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of English people do that when they drink too much.
Oh, really? I thought it was because they had lots of tomatoes.
No, is
Yeah,
that true
yeah.
what you just said though, VJ?
Yeah. Well, in my experience, yeah, I used to go and on a Friday night, it's like, my goodness, I've only had one beer. Why they gone bright red?
Yeah. The
For some
effect is
reason,
very
blood
strong.
rushes to their face. Yeah.
Okay, I learned something there. Thanks, VJ. But anyway, it's been a good show tonight. It has, and thanks for coming on, Meisuko. It was good to have you on. You there, Meisuko?
Yeah. Sorry, I think I was muted. So yeah. Thank you again for inviting me for the show.
It's good to have you back on. It's always good to get your perspective and your You quite often come up with a lot of questions and topics on the fly, which we like here. We do.
Yeah, it's fun that the discussion goes all sorts of ways, like
It does.
all directions, and it's natural flow.
It's definitely. Yeah, thanks for coming on. Do you want to tell people that where they can find you if they want to find you?
Yeah, on X you can find me meisuko_1984. So
Thanks for
yeah,
coming.
you can find me. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on. And yeah, Darren, thanks for joining us live in chat. UK Dazarus and everyone else that's been in chat live. I appreciate it. Darren usually catches up on demand, but he's live and direct in the chat. And thanks, VJ, for coming on.
No, I appreciate Mr. Stubz. And I was going to say, if Masuko's on next week, and you've got some clear-cut homework, Mr. Stubbs.
Well, you'll have to ask him if he's free. He may not be.
I'll let you do that. But if he is coming on, then you have to watch Porco Rosso, because then that could be a topic for next.
Yeah, next week I think I will be on night shift, so unfortunately cannot catch
quite
you.
an extra week. Quite an extra week or two.
Look at that. Saved by Masuko being busy eating on the evening. One of his chores to eat food.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Having a midnight dim sum snack somewhere.
Yeah.
You're busy working. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, VJ, thanks for coming on, and Masuko. It's been a good show. It has. And you can find me on at Stubz Gaming on X, which I call it mainly X now. And you can find me on Stubz Gaming on Rumble. You can find us on all podcast platforms. If there's a podcast platform we are not on, let me know. I'm not trying the Chinese one. I did contemplate it. And then I've seen all the rules about don't upload if it's this. I thought our conversations are far too relaxed. Especially when we was talking about China last week. I thought, better not. I better leave it. But I was contemplating uploading to a Chinese platform, but I bailed out of it. No, I don't want to get the rock the boat, but we are available just about everywhere. If there's a platform we're not on, give me a message and I'll get us on there. As long as it's don't expect me to get this show on the iPlayer or Netflix or anywhere. I mean, podcast platforms, I can get you on most places. But anyway, thanks everyone, and we'll see you. You say so.
I was going to say, Mr. Stubbs, are you on platform 9 3/4 at King's Cross Station?
No. But anyway, thanks everyone, and we will see you